You could write an awesome book if you wanted to, because you played on those teams. You played with Jordan. You were there when he retires. He goes to play baseball. You guys almost really, you could have made the finals the next year without him, which I always thought was amazing. Then you go to the Lakers. Oh, I'm sorry, you go to the Magic. The Shaq and Penny thing's going great. That just self-combusts.
Yeah.
And then you end up on the Lakers with that Kobe Shaq thing. Those are probably three of the most famous kind of rocky, good teams ever.
If I wrote a book, I would probably have to find me a apartment on the moon. So I'm not writing a book anytime
inside info?
Yeah.
What do you think happened with Shaq and Penny, though, in your opinion? If you had to sum it up in 10 seconds.
Egos. And it's just a darn shame that all the talent that Shaq and Penny had, Shaq and Kobe, that they couldn't just be one and win championships. And that's what it should have been all about, not who gets the perfect parking space or who get the commercial, this and that. It shouldn't have been that way.
So Shaq and Penny were pretty young.
Yes.
Penny's a great guy, though.
Yeah,
but it seems like back then he did have a little bit of a thing with Shaq, like, well, whose team is this? Well, why do you get this? And then Shaq from his side, like, well, I'm Shaq. This is my team. It's amazing to me that couldn't work out.
It's amazing that people ask who team it is, it was Rich DeVos's team.
Right, he owned the team.
He owns the team. You can have two captains, and Shaq and Penny were our captains. They were our leaders. It's not like you have a defined leader like, say a Magic Johnson or a Larry Bird or Michael Jordan. Those are defined leaders. Being a young team like in Orlando, it wasn't just one leader. We had two captains.
Is it fair to say, if that works out, you guys own the second half of that decade? Because think about it, you had Shaq and Penny, yourself. You were still at your peak there for the first couple of years. Brian Shaw.
Nick Anderson.
Dennis
Scott.
I mean, that team that was a couple titles.
My opinion, it would have been more than a couple because we were maturing as a team. I mean, to go in my first year there, to go to the finals.
Right.
I mean,
and you legitimately beat the Bulls, which somehow the NBA has erased all games and footage from that series because Jordan was terrible in that series, and now it's been spun, and probably fairly, as he was in baseball shape, had the baseball muscle, came back, 18-game warm-up, but got his ass kicked in that series.
But, I mean, saying that, you have to give the Magic credit that year. I mean, we were on a mission, man. We felt that we were the best team in the league, and especially in the Eastern Conference. We had, Shaq, Penny, Dennis, myself.
You were kind of out of your mind that series, too.
Well, Phil, and matter of fact, I just had lunch with Phil on Friday in L.A. He dared me to shoot and beat them.
15-footers.
Yeah, 15, 17-footers.
Left you
Open. And because I didn't get enough shots when I was in Chicago playing with MJ.
You could make that shot, though.
Yeah. I mean, made it throughout my college career, my NBA career, but he was like, Horace going to beat us. And I was told that one of the guys on the team came up to him and said, man, can we have somebody guard him? And Phil was like, no. PJ said, no, we're going to make Horace beat us. And I think I shot over 65% in that series.
Then they held you up in the air after the last game, I remember.
I didn't want to do that, but Shaq came to me and he said, man, get up on our shoulder. I'm like, no. And seriously, he really yelled. He was, you better get up here.
Right.
And he put me up and the excitement kind of took over.
So the next year in Orlando, 96, the Shaq and Penny thing is self-combusting. You guys have the big rematch against the Bulls. But you got hurt. Where'd you get hurt in the first half? Everyone forgets that part.
Yeah, I got hurt. I think it was my elbow or something like that.
And you're out.
Yeah, I'm out.
And then somebody else got hurt and then ended up being a sweep. I think the Bulls probably beat you anyway, but it would have been interesting if everyone was healthy.
I would have loved to have seen that. I would have loved to have seen that.
Did you feel like Shaq was out of there that season?
No.
You thought he was staying? Because you had like a 5-year deal. You were probably praying for him to stay.
He called me And I didn't return his call before he signed with the Lakers. And to this day, I wish I had have just answered that call, and maybe he would have still been in Orlando.
You didn't return it because you were like
I was
at a
busy doing
casino?
something. Me gamble my money away? No. But I heard about it. I saw it on the news, and Bill, seriously, like someone hit me, like Mike Tyson hit
Well,
me.
because you knew.
Yeah.
You can't recover from that.
You
It's
cannot.
impossible.
You cannot recover from a guy that size in his prime, that dominant, to think that you're going to win a championship. No, absolutely not.
Hello everyone, I spend a lot of time trying to get you guys nice videos, so please subscribe to this page and please subscribe to my second page. The link to my second page is in the description section. Thank you.